I have done some manga before when I was younger, when I was like 17, 18, and I loved it and I want to start again, so I figured I'd use this book to do it. Forgive me if it is messy or imperfect, it probably will be. But here we go anyway. So first question, what do you consider a wasted life? I would say that a wasted life is a life in which someone hasn't reached their full potential. So if they had dreams that they wanted to achieve and they never achieved them, but then there's people who have to sacrifice their dreams for new dreams. I don't know. I'd say someone who, maybe when I say not reach their full potential, I mean more in ability. So if there's someone that, I don't know, has certain talents, has certain gifts, and they don't do anything with them, they don't grow those talents or work on those things, or they spend their time doing other things that aren't as, I don't know, beneficial to them, to the world, it's probably a wasted life. I think I'd say on some level I really value helping others and loving others and serving others. So I'd say a life lived not doing that at all, or just not loving, is probably a wasted life as well. I don't know, what do you guys think? What would you say a wasted life is? That is a very deep question, because it depends on the person, the circumstance. I'm basically just copying this guy right now. Should probably try something new. I'll do that with the next guys, I think. Yeah, it's not bad. I wish I had a mechanical pencil. I mean, I could sharpen this one, but I'm lazy. Will technology be humanity's salvation, downfall, or neither? I would probably say neither. It depends on how humanity chooses to use technology. I've been watching the TV show Humans, which is basically about androids or synths that have become awake. I've also been watching Let's Plays of the game Detroit Becoming Human, which is a similar concept. Androids, there's a world of androids, and the androids are becoming sentient beings. That concept in the video game and in the TV series, there's a challenge of what is alive, what does it mean to be alive. If there were androids who were awake, alive, sentient, do they have the same rights as humans do? Are they superior to humans? Are they the next stage of evolution, as it were? I think things like that, they just really make me feel that for a while, lots of people talking about zombie apocalypses and what they would do if they were in a zombie apocalypse. But I don't know, the way that society is changing, and how dependent we are on technology, and how much we want to advance in technology, it's probably more likely that there would be a robot apocalypse, that we would create androids and they will become sentient and want to take over the world. I mean, in that case, it could be humanity's downfall. But technology is very useful as well, in medicine, in I don't know, in many situations. It allows us to learn things that we didn't know before, to see things that we didn't know before. I think the examples in space, it's allowed us to connect with people all over the world. It really depends. I think it really depends on how it's used. It might be a very Wall-E-like scenario in which we're so dependent on technology, we don't do anything, we don't exercise, we end up destroying the world. I watch too many sci-fi things, basically. Who knows? It could be humanity's downfall, it could be humanity's salvation. It depends on what we choose to do with it, I guess. This eye is basically copy this one. I should try something else. Here's examples of manga I did when I was younger. I found them. This is from, I think, Mark Riley, who is a YouTuber as well, has a video on different manga eyes from different comic books. I know this one is from Fruit Baskets, and this one is from his own comic book. This looks very much like a Dragon Ball Z type of eye. And this is Edward Elric, I think is what I've written. I don't know who that is. I never looked that guy up. I used to be good at them, at this. I don't have as much confidence right now. These are more examples. I think I'm probably better drawing them freehand, or just rather than having a small example. I'll try another one and then we'll see. I don't really want to do a square, or let's do this one. If you could become immortal on the condition you would never be able to die or kill yourself, would you choose immortality? Well, no. I wouldn't want to be alive if everyone I loved had passed away. I think I wouldn't want to be the last person that I knew alive, if that makes sense. I mean, I could always learn to love new people, but it would just be very painful and very lonely, I think, if I was immortal. If I was watching my children grow up, grow old, and then die. It's very weird concept. I don't think I could. I don't think I would. I feel like life would be real boring after a while. I mean, you'd still be alive to see all of the new advances in technology or new things, but I feel like this might be quite dark. I feel like on some level it would feel pointless or get monotonous, or just boring if I got to a place where I'd seen everything and experienced everything that the world had to offer. It's like I'd want to pass on eventually. This question also didn't state if I would have eternal youth either, because I might be immortal but still age, and in that case I might suffer from some illness, like, or cancer, or some form of dementia. My body might deteriorate even though I will never die. That would be painful, so probably not. I need like a sparkly light thing. What do you hold this? Like a glare? I like that. I don't know. Highlights, I think they say here. I think this is meant to be more of a male eye, so it's not really supposed to have eyelashes. Where does your self-worth come from? I think that for me, my self-worth comes from the fact that I know I am a unique human being. There's something that I was taught a while back, and this was that in this world there will never be anyone completely like me. I was doing eye this way. Sorry. I was taught that in this world there will never be anyone who is like me, and there never has been anyone who is exactly like me. I am the only Ngwebi, the only me. No one can give to the world in the way no one can give to the world what I can give to the world, and no one can give to the world what I can give in the way that I can give, if that makes sense. So my talents, my giftings, they're mine and mine alone. Even if other people share my talents or are in some ways more talented than me, no one can do things the exact way that I can, with the exact reasoning and motive or style or whatever. It's very specific to me. Knowing that, really, I think that's where my self-worth comes from. It's like there's only one me. There's only one me in my family. There's only one me in my community. So what I have to give, what I have to say, it matters in that respect. I'm not always good at remembering this, however. But it's good for the reminder. What about you guys? Do you guys struggle with self-worth? Or do you have a place, or do you know where your self-worth comes from? I can't really, from a young age, I knew I couldn't really rely on what people were telling me. It felt like your parents are supposed to say that you're great and that you're awesome. So it's hard to believe what they say. What am I doing? I'm doing an eye inside an eye right now. Yeah, so family members and close friends, it's sometimes hard to believe them completely. Whereas for some reason I took what my peers were saying, what my classmates were saying when I was at school, what they thought was worthy, was valuable. I thought that was what was worthy and valuable. Probably because they were the ones that I was around day after day. If they thought something was cool, then it was cool. If they thought something wasn't cool, then it wasn't. And everyone kind of followed that. It was a very like mob mentality type thing. I was scared, and I was scared. It is quite hard in school to be you, because everyone has their quirks. Everyone is different. People are misunderstood, and everyone's trying to find themselves. One thing I did learn is that everyone is insecure. They just show it in different ways. I thought I was the only one, but looking back, no, everyone was insecure. I would just retreat within myself, not talk to people. Because I was scared of saying the wrong thing, or of saying something that would define me, in which people wouldn't let me live down almost. Really need a sharper pencil. I don't even have a sharpener in the house. Yeah, that's completely original eye. That's not too bad. Questions that I had for today. If you guys can think of any other deep questions, then leave them down in the comments below. Tell me what your answers would be for these questions. Let's have a discussion. This is the first day of VEDJ, the video every day of July. I'm gonna try to do this month. I'm gonna try to do this today. It's almost 7 o'clock. Still have to edit this. This might end up going up at midnight because I don't know how quickly I can edit. I'm a noob, but we shall see. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. If you want to follow my VEDJ, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit the bell to be notified when I post the next video tomorrow. With that being said, be blessed.